Great morning, everyone. How are you all doing? This is your girl Shan. Happy Thursday. All right, let's get up. Let's have a right mind. Okay, let's command this day on today. All right, so guess what? I'm going to talk to you all on this morning. Excuse me, about some things that it's gonna make you mad. I'm just gonna be, straight up honest. It's gonna make you mad. It will. Cause guess what? People don't like to talk about their money, honey. You see what I'm saying? But your girl Shan is gonna go there. Good morning, cousin Kim. Good morning, Natasha. So let me share with y'all why I'm gonna go there. I have been having this same conversation. Good morning, Brandy, having the same conversation with various different people over the previous few days. I said, okay, God, I hear you. I'm going to talk about it. Good morning, Alex. How you doing, sir? Now, I'm going to start off with scripture, okay? Because I got to cover the ones be all up in the scripture. And then I'm going to talk to the singles. And then I'm going to encourage, while I'm talking to the singles, I need the married folks that you've been married for some time, baby. Drop your golden nuggets for the singles. Because, see, we got to prepare the next generation of marriages, okay? Hey, Miss Delia. But let me start off with 1 Timothy 6:10, which is very familiar to a lot of people. Good morning, Miss Bernadette. And it reads, for the love of money. Listen to that part. I'm going to stop on that. The love of money. Good morning, Krista. Is the root of all evil, okay? Good morning, Natasha. We got both Natashas on. And then Luke chapter 16, verse 10. He that is faithful and that which is least is faithful also in much. So I'm just going to kind of stop right there. I'm not cherry picking the scriptures. Okay, this is what I don't understand. And this is why I'm going to go ahead and talk to the singles real quick. And I need my married folks to drop y'all's nuggets on experiences that y'all have learned, okay? Now, when we start dating someone, as a single, let me not say we, let me say you, because I'm not single. When you start dating someone as a single, I need you to check out some things, okay? I need you to examine yourself, but also check out some things. So what I need you to check out is, of course, you're going to check out everything else. Check out how the individual in whom you're dating, going to potentially marry, I need you to examine the way that they handle their money. Now, true enough, the money's not your money, whatever, but just see how they handle it. And this is why I say that. If you are the type of person that you're goal-oriented, let's say that, you're goal-oriented, you like to meet goals, hey, I'm setting this money aside, I want my bank account to have no less than $10,000. I know some people like, my bank account ain't even got $1,000 in savings. No, work, those are goals. I ain't gonna get on that. But anyway, I want my bank account to have no less $10,000, whatever the case may be. And you start dating somebody, I need you to pay attention to how they spend. I need you to pay attention to how they talk about money, okay? Because this is what I'm going to tell you. Your girl going to keep it real and keep it honest with you, because some of these things need to be talked about, right? What I'm going to tell you is, if you don't have the conversation about money, finances, what you think, what's your thought process and all that, before you say I do, it is going to be a huge issue after you say I do. Because see, keep in mind, good morning, Simone, the two shall become one. So not only are you merging together in several things, baby, money may be a big factor in that. Now, what some people do, they say, okay, he have his account, I have my account. We put money in another account. That's how we pay our bills, whatever. I ain't trying to tell you to do what you do. I mean, me and my husband don't do that, but because ain't nobody got time for that. But hey, whatever float your boat and whatever work for you. See, what I've noticed when it comes to singles and dating somebody, right? You get all caught up in the hype. Oh, this joker look good. Oh, this joker. The perception that they have it going on. They got the house, they got the car. Oh, yeah, girl, look what my boo bought me. He bought me a new pair of shoes. He bought me this new Brahmin bag, girl. Yes, these red bottoms. You get caught up in all that. But how is he paying for it? Now, I'm not saying going and examining, but I'm just saying fall back and pay attention to the spending habits. Because what we don't know is what we about to marry into, and if that's something that we want to receive. Do you know if he using a bunch of credit cards? Do he whip out a bunch of credit cards? Is she, using her mama daddy money? it is going to be a big issue. Now, anybody, y'all ain't got to tell y'all business or whatever, but I'll go ahead and be really transparent with me and my husband. So, of course, you know, I was in the military. I had goals. My goal was not to go back to where I came from because the struggle was all the way real, and I didn't want to go back to that. Now, I pressed and sacrificed and moved forward. When I met my husband or whatever, yeah, you know, he was chasing your girl, you know. But anywho, I remember in some aspects he was kind of really, thanks, Alex, he was really reserved. And I had to let him know off the cuff, I don't want your money. I don't want your money. I make my own money. I didn't know why he was really reserved. This is what I need you to pay attention to as well, singles. Pay attention to this. Okay, what has the individual been taught? Because you need to have that conversation. What have you been taught about money? Have you been taught to save? Have you been taught to invest? You know, you just want to see where their mindset is. You are not trying to change them, because that's what we mess up, ladies, thinking once I say I do, I can change him. You lying to yourself, boo. Okay, you lying to yourself. The devil is a lie. Don't even allow Satan to get in your mindset when it comes to that. Okay, now back to my husband. So he was real reserved, but I didn't know why. Well, coming out of his previous marriage, I'm not going to tell all their business, but what I seen is that she was doing a lot of spending, not a lot of working. Good morning, Angelia. Not a lot of putting in, not kicking in on it. You know what I'm saying? Not working together as one. She wasn't doing that. She was doing a lot of taking, and it was his job. And see, that's where sometimes we as women get caught up, and I've seen some men too, but it's more so women. That's where we get caught up. Oh, wait, it's his job. Now, I don't understand. It's his job to take care of you, but yet still, I'm independent. I don't need nothing from you. Bipolar, make up your mind. Okay, that's a diagnosable condition. Make up your mind. Either you gonna expect him to take care of you, which is a conversation y'all need to have before you say I do. Don't just, oh, you a worker. Then you done found somebody, he got benefits and he got a military ID card and I got that good insurance. Girl, I ain't working, girl. I'm about to kick back and you can't even keep the house clean. Let me get off of that, Jesus. But anyway, me and my husband had this conversation, and I remember one of the things, and I'm not trying to tell my husband, but something that him and his ex used to do is they used to take their money and they used to quote unquote save that up, which is nothing wrong with that piece, but they would put everything on a credit card. So when we got together, and you know, at first he didn't know if he wanted me to have access to his funds or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, whatever, partner, do you, because I was taking care of me and my child before I married you. And then he was like, he was like, I trust you. He was like, it's something about you I trust. Okay, this is what I'm coming to my singles and my married. Can you trust the individual? That's why it's entitled, what do you love more, your money or your marriage? Now, let me go ahead and talk about your girl, okay? And I'm not trying to be braggadocious, as my old bishop used to say, but let me talk about your girl. I don't worship money. That's why I read that scripture, because it said for the love of money. That's why I asked the question, do you love your money more or do you love your marriage more? Because see, what I like is how I was raised up. I'm not saying I'm a quote unquote hustler in a bad sense, but baby, I would get out there and grind. You hear me? I would work 2 or 3 jobs before mine go without starving, because one of the things my mama taught me, which was good and it was bad, was don't depend on a man for nothing. So I have that intuition in me. You know what I'm saying? If anything goes south, brother, I'm not trying to be up in court boo-hooing. Oh, I need this and he should be paying me this much. I've already had this conversation with my husband. And that's what my husband loves about me. Baby, if you feel, and this is what people fight about in marriage. Let me talk to my marriage folks. It's too much fighting over money. So what do you love more? If you can love this person to marry you, you can love this person to lay down and do the horizontal tango with you. You can love and trust this person to have your children. You can't love and trust them with your coins. And you trying to hold on with a tight grip. See, that's what's And so then I want you to ask yourself, if you married, Which one of you is more capable of taking care of them good old finances? Which one of you are more capable of making sure that you all move in a positive direction? And see, you got the husband, he over here holding on to his $50 a week, and then the wife holding on to her $1.25 a week. And no. You not on one accord. You not. Ain't nobody gonna tell you the truth. If your pastor try to tell you in the pulpit, you gonna get mad. You're not on one accord, okay? That's not what the word talk about. God didn't say marry to argue about money. He didn't. He said for the love of money. So which one do you love better? Because me and my husband had this conversation, and I promise to God, I mean what I say and I say what I mean, okay? God forbid something happened between me and my husband, he was to walk out, baby, me and mine will be okay because I'm going to grind. I'm not going to run to another dude, be trying to boot up with somebody else for you to take care of me and mine. No, I don't do that. I grind on my own. And that's why my husband fell in love with me. And you know what I'm saying? So I need to ask those who are married, those who know you are not good with finances. You know when you get a nickel, 4 cents of that nickel is spent in the next 24 hours, then baby, maybe you need to trust your spouse to handle y'all's finances. Because guess what? Even if you got goals, if the both of you are not working towards those goals, y'all not putting y'all's coins aside, y'all not sticking to the plan. Every time you turn around, you at Popeyes, Raising Cane, Golden Chick, Wingstop. I know I done named a lot of chicken places. I like them. But you at all these, you're not willing, you and your spouse is talking. And y'all saying, baby, okay, so this is what we're going to do. We got this goal coming up. We want to go on vacation. We want to make it lavish. So this is what we're going to do. Instead of running out and we buying breakfast, we're getting the Starbucks coffee, we're getting lunch, and then you grabbing a snack on the way home. That right there in itself is a whole $40 probably in a day, because you can't get a meal for $3.75 or $3.25 like you used to back in 1995, okay? It's a whole... Did you say $10? Popeyes is expensive. The devil is a lie. I will fry my own chicken, okay? So... you say y'all talk, y'all had this plan, baby, this is what we gonna do. We gonna eat lunch for the next 6 months and see how much we can save up. Pack your little lunch bags. I need both of y'all to stand fast to the promise that you made to each other, the commitment to move forward to your goal. I was talking to a lady yesterday, and she was like, Chantrell, you know, because I'm not working right now, because me and my husband working on our next goal. That's what's working for us. And I want you to be like, she talking about somebody getting married and not working. Baby, we are hitting on 20 years, and it has been a year, and I counts it. It has been a year and 2 months, 14 months and almost 20 years that I haven't worked, okay? But keep in mind, my husband's military PCS. I don't have to explain that. However, so let me go ahead and get back to what I'm saying. Good morning, Manita. You need to stick to your goal, because if you as the husband and wife is not sticking to the goal, baby, oh, let me squirrel away this. I don't do that. You know, if you do that where you hiding and squirreling away money from your husband or your wife, see, this is where the people about to click out, because mama taught me to put some coins aside. If you squirrel, if you got to hide some stuff from your husband or your wife, I want you to ask yourself, do you love your marriage more or do you love your money more? Are you that type that you will grind if something goes south? Are you that type that you let situations keep you down? Are you that type that you look at the glass half empty or half full? So I had a young lady I was talking to yesterday, because I'm telling you, this has been a whole conversation for about a week with different people. And she said, oh my gosh, Chantrell, you are so disciplined. You and your husband seem to be so disciplined. And I said, you know what? I said, when God has giving you your next God mission in your marriage as a couple, sometimes that means you got to sacrifice. She said, okay, what do you sacrifice? I said, baby, I used to be in the salon every other week, honey. I had the nails done. I had the feet done. Baby, I started looking at things. Okay, what is all these extras that we can cut out? Ask yourself that if you're married. What are the extras that you can cut out? Ask yourself if you single. If you trying to get towards the goal where your savings account got $10,000 in it, what is the extras that you can cut out? Baby, let's start with Starbucks, because I know you're paying a whole $9, $10 on a caramel, macchiato, keto, whatever. Okay, I don't even know what it's called because I don't go there. Baby, you better make your own coffee in the kitchen out the can and add some cream and some Cool Whip to it. Okay, call it whatever you want to. And so I told her, I said, after me and my husband pay our bills, Do whatever. We pay whatever need to be done, put towards whatever. And then we put our money in savings. I said, we live off of $100 a week. She said, $100 a week. I said, $100 a week. That's what we live off of. And 9 times out of 10, that's gas money to go in the vehicle that he generally drives in the vehicle that I drive. What are you willing to sacrifice to get to the next God level? And ask yourself, because some of y'all sitting up here with the question, I don't love my marriage more than I love my money, baby, because if they leave me, but think about it like this. God forbid something happened between you and your spouse. And yes, you trying to claw and get every nickel and dime you can get. They owe me child support, spousal support, all this other kind of whatever supports or whatever the case. And I'm not knocking people who get child support. I am not, by no means, because I believe it takes 2 parents. It took y'all to enjoy the wonders of making a child. It need to take y'all to the joys and wonders of taking care of that child. Okay, whole nother conversation. We'll talk about that next month when we talk about family, right? And so in saying that, I need you all to examine, what is your love? Some people grew up broke like I did. You didn't have, sometime the electric bill was off. Sometimes you didn't have running water, and you never want to get back to that sense. But let me tell you this, even if you nickel and you dime and you claw and you get upset and you act a fool and you cry and whatever you do in the courthouse, trust and believe that money's not going to last always. So what I've always encouraged, especially women, because women, God bless us, there's some of the stuff we be thinking, but I've always encouraged us. What we need to do is you need to make plan and provision. And this is what I mean. If me and my husband needed extra money in here, baby, I can reach back into my bags of experience. I can be a health technician. I could be an EMT. I can run a clinic. I can do all kind of stuff. I have education. I have that under my belt. And the reason why I told my husband I wanted to do that was because he was in the military. God forbid my husband didn't make it home. How was I going to be able to take care of me and our children? I don't want people to have to start a GoFundMe account. That's not what I want. You know what I'm saying? You pray for me, be there with me, or whatever the case may be. God forbid something was to ever happen to my spouse. Me and my husband sit down and made provisions. We're going to get some insurance policy. If something happened to me, my baby and my kids is going to be set and vice versa. But see, we think how the devil wants us to think. Sometimes we get mad enough at our spouse and we like, well, maybe I should off this joker so I can get some money. Really? Seriously? Like I tell people all the time, I'd rather have my husband than have my money. So I just encourage you on today, examine yourself. What is it for you? What is your mindset? If you're single and you're serious about somebody, if you're engaged, have you had these conversations? Have there been some straight up conversations? Ask that joker, are you in debt? Ding, ding, ding. This is something that's popular nowadays. Do you have a bunch of student loans? Baby, you need to know what you about to be walking into, just like they need to know what they about to be walking into. Don't have, because I've heard silly women say this. Oh, yeah, when I get married, I don't have to worry about it. You sitting up here with $1,200 worth of student loans a month. You heard me? $1,200 a month. But then automatically you think once you say I do, your spouse supposed to take care of that? Have the real conversation. Okay, I'm trying to be proactive before people end up in the counseling sessions where you fighting over money, you fighting over stepping outside of your marriage and all this. Encourage people if you're married that are single, have these real conversations. But you don't want to have the conversation because you don't want to run them off. Baby, do you want to know the truth now or do you want to have heartache later? Okay. I'm just asking. I'm not trying to get all up in your business, but even if you married and you constantly arguing over money, get to the root of why that is. Why? Even if you're squirreling away money just in case your spouse leave you, ask yourself, why is that? And what seed was planted into your mind for you to do that? Now, y'all ask, well, Shan, do you have it? No, I do not. What my husband see in the bank account, if he happened to check it, that is what it is. I don't squirrel away nothing for no rainy day. I'm not trying to fight over no vehicle or nothing. Baby, you can have whatever you want. You can have it. I drive a hoopty. I drive the least of them. Okay. And I will still be good. So don't end up where you keep going through this vicious cycle over and over and over again, where you arguing over money, you arguing over finances. Your marriage cannot be the full potential of what God desired and created it to be, because there is the lack of discipline between the husband and or the wife, or the husband and the wife, where you arguing over marriage, where you can't even enjoy each other's husbands and wife, because you always wondering how you can rob Peter and pay Paul. Or, baby, do I need to go stand out? Now, I'm not knocking the people to do this. Do I need to go stand out on the corner with a sign with one of the kids talking about we just need a little help? Make the provisions now. Okay. And I'm not trying to say I got it all together, because me and my husband is still working and we still doing. But I tell you this, when you are faithful over the small things, God will make you ruler over much. So are you not being ruler over much because you're not faithful over that in which he's already blessed you with? So y'all go ahead and have a good day. Don't let anybody steal your joy. Share this because it's free. Thank y'all for sharing to get the word out, because y'all share game is strong. Just hit the share button. It don't cost you nothing to be a blessing to somebody else. Answer these questions for yourself. It's better you answer and you process these things now before you end up arguing in the counseling sessions, if you are mature enough to go to counseling, because you know y'all got a problem in y'all marriage. Your girl, she ain't gonna be back with y'all on tomorrow, whatever God placed on my heart. Be a blessing and not a curse. And y'all have a blessed day, okay? Not trying to make you mad, but have that conversation with your spouse. And if you're single, have that conversation with your significant other that you are desiring to spend the rest of your life with. God bless and blessings to you.